Usually, automation projects are first checked at the end of the engineering. A more comprehensive test can even only occur during the real commissioning on site, when all equipment is available. By using simulation from the very beginning of the engineering, extensive testing of projects becomes possible much earlier, even when components are not available yet. This so-called virtual commissioning of projects leads to higher engineering quality, reduced commissioning time and efforts, reduced risks of material damage and personal injuries which can happen during the real commissioning. At the bottom line, this reduces significantly the overall project costs. Last but not least, the project schedule is more secure and might even enable an earlier plant startup and production ramp-up. The necessary definition for the test and corresponding simulation of I/Os, devices and processes can be made in parallel to the engineering with CIMIT simulation framework. The simulation design of process objects, like for instance a pump, can be defined using the provided simulation libraries and edited in diagrams. This definition can occur as standalone independently of other planning and engineering tools. But there is a much smarter way to define faster the necessary data for the simulation. Let's take our pump as example. Most of the data related to this process object have already been defined during the plant design and engineering phases. So, by reusing these already existing data, which is possible through a closer collaboration of plant design, engineering and simulation tools, the additional simulation design can be reduced to a minimum. This really cuts both the necessary time and costs. Our integrated engineering leverages such an extensive reuse of data, thus enabling a highly automated simulation design. In our example, only a minimum of additional pump data for the simulation has still to be entered in CIMIT before fully achieving the virtual commissioning of this pump and related automation, directly from the office. Through integrated engineering, relevant data are made available all over the design workflow and plant lifecycle by bringing closer plant design, engineering and simulation tools. This saves effort, time and reduces the risks of errors. Reducing the setup costs of a simulation with integrated engineering makes out of a virtual commissioning using CIMIT even more attractive and easy, and finally secures a much faster return on invest. Integrated engineering encompasses the tools COMOS planning, PCS7 engineering and CIMIT simulation. Data can be reused from COMOS planning into PCS7 engineering and from PCS7 into CIMIT simulation design. In the following video sequence, you will have a closer look on how COMOS plant design data can also directly be reused in CIMIT simulation framework as a customized solution example.